The Russian Federation provides support to its dash of their rights. Look at the combination very carefully. There is the indicator of singular or plural. Plural. Another one, it says the function of adjective must be followed by noun. Support hardliners, newly independent states, compatriots. Continuation of their rights is given. Their rights in the sense people or living or non-living? Living. Okay. Now pro-Russian entities. Another one is hardliners. Is it living or non-living? Non-living. Independent states, living or non-living? Non-living. Another one is compatriots. Tell me which is your answer, 1 or 4? Your answer should be 1 or 4. The Russian Federation provides support to its support. Can we use that? No. Support can be noun, but support to its support not possible. It provides support to its compatriots living abroad in the fulfillment of their rights. Is that sensible? Yes. Next, 122. The new policy says dash Slavic nations like China and India. Look at this. The new policy says Georgian regions are recognized as independently by Slavic nations. These are the Slavic nations. Okay, keep that on hold. The new policy says Russia should increase cooperation with Slavic nations just like China and India. Sensible. Second one is more sensible than the first one. The new policy says the two breakaway entities in eastern Ukraine, Slavic nations. Is that sensible? No, not possible here. The new policy says to ensure, not possible. So what can be the only answer here? Second one. Next, 123. The 38-month 1.3 billion ECF supported dash homegrown economic reform plan. ECF supported. Can you tell me the parts of speech of this? ECF supported. What can it be? This can be an adjective. That is nothing but a compound adjective. Two separate words are formed together using hyphen. That is called compound word. And in this case, ECF supported something. Combination of adjective. Do you remember that V2 and V3s can be used as adjectives? That is a combination. Now, the 38th month 1.3 billion ECF supported restoring sustainability through fiscal adjustment, macroeconomic stability and foster higher. Can we use the word higher homegrown? No, not possible. Second one eliminate. ECF supported in the sense somebody is helping. Supported program is based on the supported program is based on the continuation. Zambian authorities continuation, again noun. Apostrophe of s can be used with the noun combination. Grammatically third one is more sensible. Another one, namely. Can we use the word namely here? If you use the word namely, you should give all examples 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you find that? No. So fourth one is also out. What is remaining? Only 3. Next, 124. Strengthening governance and reducing the risk of corruption, including by improving public finance management. All these things are critical to dashed by Zambia. All these are critical. All these are important to be published by the end of the year faced by Zambia. Is it sensible? We are speaking about what here? Published. Here we are speaking about the problems which are faced by Zambia. This is relevant to the book. This is relevant to the place. Nowhere it is related. Another one is to strengthen the commitment. Can we use this combination? No. Keep that on hold. To supported governance diagnostic assessment to address the root causes of the debt crisis faced by Zambia. What is faced by Zambia? debt crisis which is faced by Zambia, and 2 can also be used with the V1. Address also can be the V1. So grammatically, fourth one is the sensible answer. Next, 125. Synonym of the word which is highlighted in the sentence. What is the word here? Bellicose. The bellicose termite belongs to a group that uses different digestive method. Bellicose is nothing but being very aggressive. Somebody who is very serious. Do we need synonym or antonym? Synonym is needed. Calm is positive, peaceful is positive, eliminate. Agreeable is also positive. What is remaining? Antagonistic, another one is warring. Warring is related to the violence. Somebody attacks another person, that is related to warring. Warring quality ante vere valni attack chese quality. Antagonistic is somebody who always opposes others. He is a person who is bellicose, who always gets angry, fights with others. Your answer should go with the 3. 126. Relationship between the two governments remained quite cordial. Cordial in the sense friendly. They are always closely related. Positive word. Look at the options. Again, similar word is needed. Look at the fifth option. What is the fifth option? Cold. Cold in the sense? What do you mean by cold? He is cold. What does it mean? He is cold in the sense. He is dead. Okay. In relationship, cold in the sense, no friendly relation. In relationships, the relationship is very cold in the sense they don't have good relation. They don't have friendly relation. They are like silent. Okay. ఎడమొఖం పెడమొఖం అంటారు కదా, భార్య భర్తలు భర్త అలా ఉండాలని కోల్డ్ రిలేషన్ అంట. ఓకేనా? When we use this type of sentences like he is cold, that means this fellow is dead. Now we are speaking about cordial. Cordial in the sense friendly, closely related. Now cold can be synonym or antonym? Antonym, but not synonym. Okay, right. So eliminate that. Agreeable. Agreeable in the sense acceptable, positive. Responsive, cordial, though they both are positive words, responsive is not related. Another one is affectionate, another one is aloof. Aloof in the sense detached. Detached, separated, not together. This is just like the word cold. Ivi rendu related la. Your answer must be 1 or 3. Tell me which can be your answer. Agreeable or affectionate, which is more sensible answer? Both are positive words only, but which one gives the exact meaning? Can you tell me the answer? Go with affectionate. Next, 127. None of these points will mollify the biggest Troy skeptics. Underline the word skeptics. What do you mean by skeptic? Do you remember the word? Skepticism, skeptical in the sense being very doubtful. One who always doubts others is called skeptic. Okay. Now, none of these points will mollify. Mollify is nothing but anything that eases, reduces the effect of something is called mollification. Look at this. Depress is reducing only, but depress is a negative word. What is depress? It is also reducing, but reducing what? What is depression? You are in a depressed state in the sense, what is reduced? Your happiness is reduced, but it is a negative word, not related. Next, expand in the sense, not even to reduce, it is to increase. It can be antonym but not synonym. Next, soften and tranquilize. Both of them speak about the things which can pacify the things. Pacify in the sense, make some things very calm, controlled, peaceful. What is remaining now? Ally. Do you remember the word allies? Political allies? Political ally in a sense? Political friendship. The word is related to the same case. But here, none of these points will mollify the biggest skeptics. That means nobody can solve the skepticism of these people. That means we cannot reduce the skeptical doubts of these people. Our answer should go with the second one. This is a little bit difficult comparing to the previous two. It's okay. You might have come to the conclusion of these three. ఇక్కడ వరకు వచ్చి ఆగిపోయి ఉంటారు ఎవరు ఆన్సర్ చేసిన వాళ్ళు. Maybe you might have eliminated these two. It's okay, no problem, because sometimes these three also are used as a synonymous words, but we have to go according to the context. So based on the context only we can eliminate the other two. Next 128. Next word. What is the word here? Apprehend. The police apprehended the thief. What do you mean by apprehension? The police apprehended the thief. Ante they caught the thief, seize somebody. Similar. Free, lose, release, liberate. All these are synonyms or antonyms? Antonyms. Instead of arresting, you let somebody go. Burst. What do you mean burst? The narcotic department busted a drug rocket antaru. Idea unna? Busted ante enti ikkada? It also the meaning of they found something illegal. Same case as burst. Busted the drug rocket. Busted the sex rocket అని అంటారు. దట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ దే కాట్ దెమ్ అని అక్కడ అర్థం. ఏదైనా ఒక ఇల్లీగల్ యాక్టివిటీని పట్టుకోవడాన్ని బర్స్టెడ్ అని కూడా అనొచ్చు. ఆన్సర్ కమ్స్ విత్ ద థర్డ్ వన్. రిమైనింగ్ ఫోర్ ఆర్ యాంటనిమ్స్. నెక్స్ట్, మెంటర్. హూ ఈస్ అ మెంటర్? ఎంకరేజ్ యువర్ చైల్డ్ టు బి ఎ మెంటర్ ఫర్ ఈస్ యంగర్ సిబ్లింగ్స్. టెల్ మీ ఆన్సర్. హూ కెన్ బి ద మెంటర్? Mentor is somebody who coaches you. Underline the word rebe. This is important word. What in the rebe? A rebe is a rebel, one who turns against, one who fights against. Next. Find out the errors. You have two sentences. Multiple errors are possible. No errors are also possible. China's government hoped that. Is there any error till there? China's government hoped that through personal persuasion and winning popular sympathy. Till here you should understand the meaning. Who is hoping here? China's government. What is it hoping? Through personal persuasion. Do you know the meaning of the word persuasion? Persuasion in a sense? We get this word almost alternatively. If you don't remember the meanings of some words, it will be difficult for you. Persuade, persuasion is to keep somebody under the control with your words, with your actions. Do whatever, but keep somebody under the control. That is persuasion. Now who is trying to persuade here? China. China is trying to persuade, personal persuasion, and also it is also trying to win popular sympathy. Why? Berlin game could preempt new demands for more rights in China. Write down the meaning of the word preempt. Preempt in the sense to prevent. Okay, first you need to underline some indicators relevant to the verbs. Hoped and could. Are they both sensible, or shall we change could to can? Is could possible? Yes, because we are referring to the past case. China's government, singular plus V2, possible. Berlin game and could combination, modal verb combination, we cannot change any. Both are possible. Could plus preempt is nothing but V1. New demands for more rights in China. Now what Chinese government is trying to do is, you cannot directly always control somebody. China is not trying to use the force. Instead, it is trying to use personal persuasion and also trying to win popular sympathy. Let me tell you one thing. If a child doesn't get control, if you go and beat him, will he get control? No. Instead, take a chocolate with you, make him sit beside you, crack some jokes, play with him for some time, and later you tell him to do something. Will he do it? He will surely do it. This is nothing but persuasion. Now China is not trying to control the people by using the force, army, people. No. Instead of that, it is trying to persuade the people, and also it is trying to win the popular sympathy. Through this, it could preempt new demands for more rights in China, so that people will not come out and ask for more demands. People are asking more demands. If it fights against the people, then people will get again anger, again they will fight. Instead of doing that, China is trying to control these people by using the persuasion and the sympathy. This is nothing but sympathy card. Now, did you get the context? Now, tell me the answer. What can be the answer? China's government hoped that through personal persuasion and winning popular sympathy, Berlin game could preempt new demands for more rights in China. Any error? It doesn't look like there is an error. Keep that away. First one is out. Next, it reaffirmed prior US commercial rights. Reaffirmed some rights of the US, but left decisions on future trade privileges to the discretion of the Chinese government. Error. It reaffirmed V2 prior US commercial rights. Do you find any error till here? It all looks good. Continuation. What is the continuation? But reaffirmed is absolutely what here? Positive. After but what here? Negative. Now, but left decisions on the future trade privileges. First it said we are reaffirming all the rights which are related to the US, but later it just left decisions for the future trade privileges. We don't want to take the decisions, you take the decisions to the discretion of the Chinese government. That means whether you get profit, whether you get loss, we don't care. We are leaving this result in your hands only. That is a point. Now tell me an answer. Left decisions to, this is one combination, discretion of another combination, of the Chinese government another combination. Everything looks good. We can go for no error. Which option can be used? Third option. Next, 131. Relations between the two countries. Between is the preposition, relations is the noun, two countries is another noun phrase. Have. Now have must relate to relations or countries. Relations are countries. Relations. Now these relations between the two countries have ranged from. Now look at this combination. Ranged, have must be followed by V3 and ranged must be followed by from. Range from, ranging from combination, but we cannot use ranging from, we need only ranged. Why? We need which form here? Have form. Continuation. From where? From post-independence born home to army conflict in 1962 to a state of armed peace. Underline the combination, a state of armed peace. Based on this phrase, can you answer the question? There is an error in this part, but based on this part, you can answer some question. Relations between the two countries have ranged from. Do you have any error from till here? Till from? No error at all. Do you have any error here? To a state of armed peace? No. It also looks good. Now tell me your answer. From post-independence Bonham to which conflict here? Not army conflict. What do we need here? Armed conflict. From this armed conflict to a state of armed peace. Appan nundi ippadi varaku ani ardham. We are referring to the past case of adjective. Just before I told you that we can also use ed as the V2s and also adjectives V3s as well. So error comes with the first one. Keep that on hold. Next, what is next one? Despite. Sometimes in the errors, what would they give? Despite of. Only despite is there, no problem. Despite a shared Buddhist religious history. This is all a noun. Despite a history. What type of history? Religious history. Which religion? Buddhist religion. How is it used here? Shared religion, shared history. This is all adjective phrase. Together this is all a noun phrase. So despite a history and an established trade along the Silk Road, there was historically little political interaction between the two. Between the two, among the two. Huh? Two is used only for between, not among. Okay. Now, despite a shared Buddhist religious history and an established trade along the Silk Road, there was a narikada. There was a, there is a. There was or there is. What are we speaking about? Historically, present, past, future. Past. That means what do we need here? Was only. There was what? There was historically, parts of speech, adverb, little, parts of speech, adjective, political, parts of speech, adjective, interaction is what here? Noun. Together what is it? Again, noun phrase. Adjective, adverb, adverb, adjective, noun combination. Do you remember this? Article plus, adverb plus, adjective plus, noun. This is elaborated. That is a noun phrase rule, one of the rules of noun phrase. Now tell me the error. Let me ask you one more question. There was or there were? There was or there were? Now we have one more rule. Two words, here and there, can be used both as the singular and plural. But the helping verb which must be decided here based on the noun which is followed by. Now what is the noun we are speaking about? We are speaking about the interaction. Now interaction is was, interaction were. Interaction is was only. Subject verb agreement, there is no problem. Noun phrase, there is no problem. Between the two preposition, there is no problem. Tense is also, there is no problem, referring to the all past case. Any error? Second one, no error case, go only with the first one. Next, 132. The Chinese Communist Party under the leadership of Mao Zedong set up. Who set up? Whenever there is any phrase or any clause in between two commas in the introduction of the sentence before the verb. What is the verb here? Set up. Now this part is called as noun complement or adjective phrase. What is speaking about here? This is speaking about the Chinese party, the Chinese Communist Party under the leadership of Mao Zedong. This is the additional information related to the Communist Party. This setup in the sense, started a revolutionary political order. It started a revolutionary political order with state ownership of all economic assets. That means whatever the money they have, they invested or they put all these one to form the new political order. Now we need to break the sentence in this way. First, the subject of the sentence is Communist Party. Now under the leadership of Mao Zedong, what is this now? This all can be used as the adjective, or we can also call it as noun complement. What is the verb here? Set up is the verb. What is the object here? Set up a revolutionary political party. This is nothing but object. This is subject verb object combination. Continuation, with, along with, or with state ownership of all economic assets. All is also used for the plural, assets is also plural. Tell me the error now. Any error? Now you should divide the parts in this way when you answer any error. If you can divide into these parts. Now the parts are 1, 2 till here, 3 and combination 4. If you can divide the sentence in this way, you can get the answer easily. And some of the people get very difficult ideas when we divide the sentence. See, I immediately broke the sentence into 5 parts. But let me tell you something which is common in these parts. After the division, what is the parts of speech here? Under in a sense, preposition. After the division, what is the parts of speech here? Preposition. Actually, it should be here. After the division, what should be here? Preposition. What you should understand is, before every preposition, the phrase starts. They are called as phrasal prepositions. Remember. Now, how do you read this sentence? Can you read this sentence? Sons of Ramesh are in Hyderabad, or sons of Ramesh are in Hyderabad. How do you read it? Now your pause is here after sons, or pause is here after of. Where? Your pause must be before of. Sons of Ramesh. Got the point? So that is how, under the leadership of this guy, with state ownership of all economic asserts. That is how you read the sentence. Can you find any error first of all? There is no error case. If you divide the sentence properly, we can read it easily. First one is out. Under the leadership of Jawaharlal Nehru, this is all a phrase. India is what here? Subject. Established is what here? V2. India established a parliamentary democracy. Subject V2. What is object now? A parliamentary democracy is the object. Okay. Under the leadership of Jawaharlal Nehru, India established a parliamentary democracy. Till here the clause is out. In continuation, and opted. Opted is which form again? V2. Established also V2. Parallel verbs, no problem. Verb V2 combination. And opted for an economic model that combined socialist and also capitalist principles. He not only formed the government but also wanted to form economic model. That economic model which is combined social and capitalist principles. Any error? No error case again. You can go with both correct. Next, 133. In March 1963, Pakistan and China concluded a border agreement under which Pakistan ceded part of Pakistan occupied Kashmir to China. In March 1963, tense. What can be the tense here? Present tense or past tense? Past tense. In March 1963, Pakistan and China concluded. Pakistan and China can be the subject here. Concluded is a verb form. What did they conclude? They concluded a border agreement under which, that means under this agreement, Pakistan ceded part of Pakistan occupied Kashmir to China. That means, hey brother, come take this part. It gave like this. Here ceded in is nothing but it gave this part to China. That is a point. Is there any error? No. While reading only we can understand. Be quick in reading. After the 1962 war, China offered, again which verb form is that? V2. After the 1962 war is a phrase or a clause now? Phrase. What type of phrase is that? What type of phrase is that? Prepositional phrase again. Starting with preposition. China offered qualified support to whom? Pakistan. See, after this point, Pakistan gave some part of the Pakistan occupied Kashmir to China in remembrance of this support. They are friends. Now, China offered qualified support to Pakistan on event of a clash. On event of, underline that combination. That is also phrasal preposition. We don't have on event of in English. We have in the event of emergency, in the event of surprise, in the event of the natural calamities, not on. That is the one error which we can use. In the event of a clash with India, and also supported Pakistan concerning its claims to Kashmir. Remaining all part is correct. Only if you remember the part in the event of, you can get the answer very easily. Only second one has the error. Next, 134 columns, quite easy, which you can answer. We are used to measuring things in terms of various systems, in not in may. Tell me which can be the only answer. In terms of various systems of weights and measures. AD is absolutely fine. How many ADs do we have? How many ADs do we have? No. Can we pair A with any other options? No. That means fourth option and third option, both of them are out. Now check for B. What is there in B? Changes in the patient's condition. Continue. May make surgery inadvisable. If at all the condition of the patient changes, he cannot be taken into the surgery. Surgery cannot be performed. What can be the pair we can make? BF. BF in the sense, again, how many options are there? 1 and as well as 2. We need to check for C and CD. Check for C. This combination of cheese and apples is not an invention of the north of England. It was not started in the England. So what can be the pair here? CE. So answer is 1. Next, 135. We don't know all the circumstances. Continue. We don't know the circumstances. We don't know what the conditions on the other side. Continue. Especially small high street shops, not sensible. So it would be pointless to speculate. Speculate in the sense, doubt. We don't know what is there on the other side. How can we doubt? That is a point. So E pair should be used. How many AEs do we have? Only one. We need to check for BD. Big supermarkets can undercut all rivals. Underline the word rivals. Positive or negative? Negative. Undercut in the sense, it can undercut annadu kada. So undercut must be what here? V1. What do you mean by undercut? What do you mean by undercut? Where do we use this? Do you know this word? What is that? Knockout. Where? In which context do we use? Boxing. Undercut is nothing but punching here. It is nobody is punching here. Listen to the context very carefully. What are we speaking about? Big supermarkets can undercut all rivals, all other supermarkets, especially small high street shops. It's very simple. If you want something, do you go to supermarket or the buddy dukan? Where do you go? Supermarket, because we get everything. So this is in terms of business. There it is called as what? Undercut. Usually used for the boxing, but it is also used here. Supermarket vaste idanni replace chestundi. Dani ardham adi. So can we take for the go for the pair of BD? Absolutely fine. Next 136. Management is actually aware of the they need not possible, the resentment possible, the level not possible. So pair should go only with what? A with E. Do we have AE? Where is AE? First one as well as third one. We need to check for what? CD and also CF. Check for C. The public is being sensitized to continuation. The public is being sensitized to the level of handgun violence. That means antavaraku vellaranta vallu. The public is even sensitized to use these guns. They went to even to that extent. That is the point. Let us check for BD. Students are becoming actually aware that they need more than just paper qualifications. Is that sensible again? Yes. So answer can be finalized with 3. 137. This combination of symptoms seems to continuation. Seems to permitted? No. Seems to diseases? Doesn't look good. Seems to be unresponsive to controversial medical treatment. Is that pair? Is that a pair? Yes, we can go for AD. How many ADs do we have? First one, second one. Let us check for BF and C because individual pairs are there. If at all BF, C are not pairs, your answer can be 2. Let us check for BF. Can you read BF? Skin disorders are common occupational diseases among factory workers. Is that meaningful? Yes. Check for C. There are substantial fines for exceeding permitted levels of noise pollution. Exceed chesthe meeku fine kuda padutundi. Are they both relevant? Yes. Answer is 1. Next one. SLEIGHT. Slight. Do you know this word? Write down the meaning. Indications of hands. Indications of hands or bodily indications. Bodily indications. Specially used during the games. During the games. Do you remember some of the cricketers, instead of telling with the mouth, see, let us say you are a Pakistani player, I am an Indian player, we are playing. Now what is the language you can communicate? Without they should know. They should not know your language. How do you communicate? See, can you communicate in English? And let us say the keeper is from North India, I am from South India. What is the language I can speak? What is the language we can communicate? Only English or Hindi, which are both known by the Pakistan player. Now can I send him any secret information? No. If he is very distant from me, I cannot send him some secret information. So what do? I give him the signs. Even in volleyball, whether you know it or not, before a person smashes volleyball, the person who is about to give the ball, he indicates fingers like this, 1 2 3, first guy, second guy, third guy, so that fellow should come and strike. These are used in the games. Usually these are called as tricks which are used. Some people call it as a cheating indicators. Let me tell you one thing. Recently Sri Lanka won, I'm not sure, Sri Lanka won one match, I think 1 year ago, by displaying some boards from their this one balcony. Do you know that? From the glass windows, they displayed some small sheets, numbers, digits and all. That is like a sign language. So that is how they won the game against Pakistan. It was there recently. So that type of playing the game is called as sleight. So anything that is done with the hands, body indications, this is called sleight, usually negative case. Okay, look at the sentence. By the sleight of his hand, the player won 3 rounds in a row. Can we use it? Absolutely. He played some trick and he won all the rounds. Possible. Next one, look at the next one. His sleight of hands. Again we are speaking about hands only. His sleight of hands won him many awards all over the country. That means using the trick only he won many awards. Possible. What is the next one? In intellectual sleight of hand, that means using the hand intellectually, he explained the difference between a free market economy and a democracy. Just like I give you some examples in between, this fellow has given very good indications of hands. He told the differentiation between the free market economy and also democracy. Is that possible? Yes. So your answer should go for all 3. You can go for 5. Next one, percept. Write in the meaning. Percept is, it can be a rule, law or a thought. Do you know the word perception? Perception idea on the perception is like a thought. It's like a rule that we can have in our mind. Look at the words. A percept, foregoing percepts. Another one is issued percepts. Look at the third one. What is the third one here? The regulator issued percepts requiring the companies to provide information about their finances. That is RBI. It is issuing some percepts. It want all the banks to give their financial statements. Now percepts is what here now? Rules. It gave some rule. It released some rule. It said you submit all the financial documentation. So the answer 3 can be used. Let us go from below. So answer can be 4 or 5. Right? Now let us check for 2. What is there 2? Foregoing percepts. He was given one more chance given his stellar past performance. Stellar in the sense good. Standard performance. This fellow has very good reputation in his past working, so he was given one more chance. That is the meaning of this clause. Now there is a phrase here. What is the phrase? Foregoing percepts. That means keeping the rules away. Write down the meaning. Keeping the rules away. They have a rule. Keeping the rules away. This guy was given one more chance. Now you are the MD of a company. If anybody does some mistake, you should terminate him. But what you did is, you have foregone percepts. That means you kept the rules aside. And since this fellow is a good worker, you gave him one more chance. Is that possible? Yes, but you should find out the meaning carefully. Then only you can get it. Otherwise, not possible. 4 and 2 are possible. Another one is all of the above. What is the first one? The company was a percept between the industry and the government. It is like a mediating. See here, between the industry and the government, company was a percept. It is like a mediator. It is like a bridge. Can we get the same meaning with the percept here? No. It is like a mediator, not a rule, not a thought. Not possible. Your answer can be only 4th one. Next 140. What is the word here? Ubiquitous. What do you mean by ubiquitous? This is the word repeatedly asked in our papers for once in a 5 to 6 days. Only in mains, that too. Somewhere you will see this. In entire paper, in 5 to 6 days, you will see this word. Write down the meaning. Ubiquitous in the sense, omnipresent. Omnipresent in the sense, something which is present everywhere. Right. Look at the words first of all. Where is ubiquitous? First one is ubiquitous. Look at the first one, underline that. Next, famously ubiquitous. Next one, his ubiquitous influence. Okay. Let us first of all go for third option because that is used for the majority of the case in the options. Third one shown. What is the third one? His ubiquitous influence was felt by the entire family. That means this fellow was present everywhere and used to do everything. This was also felt by the entire family. Can we give this quality to this guy or not? We can. He is everywhere in the house. He is present everywhere and everyone can feel him. So third one can be considered. So eliminate 1, eliminate 5. Your answer is out of these 3, any one. Let us check for the second one. What is the second one? A famous economic historian at Harvard University phrase, famously ubiquitous, that, see, famously is what here? Adverb. Ubiquitous is what here? Adjective. What is missing? Can you tell me? Verb is missing. Without verb we cannot use the word that here. That is a conjunction. That we need a clause. Clause in the sense some subject and verb combination is missing. We can still consider this as a subject. There is no verb here. Without, in the verb place ubiquitous is used. Eliminate that. Next, when business confidence is ubiquitous due to uncertain future. Tell me your answer. Uncertain future. When business confidence is ubiquitous due to uncertain future, does it give meaning of present everywhere? Does it give the sense of being everywhere, present everywhere? No. First one is also out. So your answer can be only fourth one. Next, 141. What is the word here? What is the word here? Form. Form. Prepare, construct, bring together. Form is also strong. Do you know form handshake? Form handshake strong. Being very strong and stiff. Right. Look at the options. First one. The assumptions which form the basis of this book are questionable. Whatever the assumptions which formed the basis of this book, they are all questionable. Can we use this word or not? Whatever the assumption we have to form this question paper is questionable. Is it possible? Yes. So first one can be considered. Come to the last one. What is it in the last one? The application form. Can we take it? Which we use it daily almost. So answer can be 1 and 3. Then the sense 5 or your answer is 3. Let us check for the second one. What is the second one? Industrialization of Europe and Asia was financed under the form of German type universal banks. Can we take it or not? Form ante enti ikkada em meaning vastundi? Type ane meaning vastundi ikkada. Ee case lo one type of form ane ikkada meaning. One of the types ane ikkada meaning. Industrialization of Europe and Asia was financed under the form of German type universal banks. Ante ee type of form tone adi exist ayindi ani cheptunnaru. So we can also consider that without any problem. We can go for 5. Next, 142 word swap. Sentence 1, 4 words must be swapped with sentence 2. Look at the words first. What are the words? First one is existed, fragmented, stories, verb began. Can we use this word verb began? Began is which verb form? V2. Can we use verb plus V2? No. Verb is followed by V3 or V4. So D is improper. How many D options are there? Second one. That must be your answer. Next, 143. Usually efficient, using dynamic soaring, slope soaring with little exertion. Keep that on hold. They are highly regarded as falling into, there is disagreement, the number of species. Now what can be your answer? Albatrosses, it is a type of bird. Albatross is a type of bird. Albatross అంటే plural, ఈ birds, they are usually efficient. రీప్లేస్మెంట్ ఏ ఇవ్వడానికి ఛాన్స్ అని చెప్తారా? ఎయిత్ వన్ రీప్లేస్మెంట్ ఎన్ని ఆప్షన్స్ ఉన్నాయి? ఓన్లీ సెకండ్. కెన్ వి యూజ్ దిస్ వర్డ్? హైలీ ఎఫిషియంట్, యూజువల్లీ ఎఫిషియంట్, వాటి యొక్క క్వాలిటీ గురించి మాట్లాడుతున్నాం కదా. క్వాలిటీ కెన్ బి హైలీ ఎఫిషియంట్, యూజువల్లీ ఎఫిషియంట్. విచ్ ఈస్ ద కరెక్ట్ ఆన్సర్? highly efficient. He is highly intelligent, not usually intelligent. So answer should go with the second. Next, 144. The Fed tightening that likely in March has been accompanied by increasing talk of recession. It is certainly true that a recession is more started now than it appeared 6 months ago. Can we use the word it appeared 6 months ago? What are the replacements we have? I want to eliminate one option, any one option which is possible. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, all of them are used. All words are there. In some of the options in the remaining questions, if you see, some letters are not there. So you can eliminate them directly. Now, look at the sentence carefully. The sentence is, the Fed tightening that likely in March. Tell me your answer. That dash in March, something happened in March. Likely in March, not possible. Tell me your answer. Which one? That started in March. It is more likely now than it appeared in 6 months ago. Is that sensible? Yes. So swap should go between BG. Answer is 3. 145. Domestic from. Latin America domestic from the pandemic. Meaningful? No. How many options are there? Only AH. What is there in H? Latin America rebounded from the pandemic. Possible. Series of domestic and international challenges. Possible. Answer is AH. 146. Next section. Rearrangement, you can get all correct. You can get 5 out of 5 very easily. No problem. Without any problem. What is this statement? Look at the B statement. What is a B statement? What is a B statement? This treatment must refer to some treatment kada. Ekkadundadi? Where is that? Come to C. C ending lo chudandi. Can you read C? They have been oppressed, been unemployed for, given the worst treatment. ఈ worst treatment గురించి మళ్ళీ అక్కడ మాట్లాడుతున్నారు. అంటే పేరు ఏం రావాలి? C with B. Okay. Now again, let us check if C is the starter. C లో ఏమన్నారు? They have been oppressed. They in the sense some people. We should know who that people are. Who are that people? Who are that people? Dalits. Look at this. Since the beginning of the caste system, Dalits have been labeled untouchable. They have been oppressed, been unemployed, given the worst treatment. Are they relevant? Yes. So Perem Ravali, DC, that means DCB. 2 more sentences are remaining. What are they? One is E, another one is A. Now tell me your answer. Similar to prior current situations in America. Can we start the sentence using this? ఇక్కడ ఏమన్నారు? Prior to, similar to prior and current situations in America అంటున్నారు. మాట్లాడి దేని గురించి ఇక్కడ? దళిత్స్ గురించా లేదా అమెరికన్లో ఉన్న సిచ్యువేషన్ గురించా? దళిత్స్ గురించి. Can we take American information as the beginner? No. We are speaking about the Dalits. Next, ఏమన్నారు? To change this. This refers to again something previous. Both of them are out from the being the beginners. So what can be your only beginner? Sorry. Your answer can be only D. Now remaining ones are, one is AE, another one is EA. Out of these two, one is your answer. DCB, we already got it. Your answer is EA or AE. You read, you have to connect with this. To change this, an entire social change among all members of society, to bolster a better positive treatment for the previously untouchable Dalit class in India. To change something. This ante enti ikkada cheptara. Similar to prior and current situations in American politics with the treatment of many systematically oppressed groups, Dalits will continually be oppressed against. ఇలాగే కంటిన్యూగా వాళ్ళని ఆపరేట్ చేస్తూనే ఉంటారు కంటిన్యూగా. Now if you come to E, you will understand one point. To change this, what can it be this sentence here? Can we call it as a suggestion? Can we call it as suggestion? To solve all this problem, I am giving you a suggestion. Suggestion also can be called as what here? Conclusion. Now which can be the conclusion? Dalits are being oppressed is the conclusion, or society should change? Which is the conclusion? Society should change here. That is a combination. That means suggestion should come at the end. That means your pair should go from B, A and E. Easy one. Conclusion అనే స్టేట్మెంట్ ఇది మీరు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తారంటే ఆన్సర్ ఈజీ వస్తుంది. కెన్ వి ఈజీలీ ఫైండ్ ద conclusion or not? The society should change, not to oppress the Dalits. Conclusion case. Opposite meaning of the word presumptions. Audacity, boldness, temerity, arrogance, fact. Opposite adigaru. What can be your answer? Do you remember the word assumption? Assumption ante enti? Assumption is only imagination. Imagination. We can also call it as a fictional thing, fictitious. Presumption is also same, which is assumed before. Mundugane assume chesindi. Now, in the both cases, we have only one meaning, that is nothing but something which is imaginary. What can be the opposite of imaginary? That is nothing but fact. Now, underline the three words: audacity, boldness, and temerity. All of them give the same meaning of being very bold, strong. These three are synonymous words. Arrogance being very anger. We know it is a negative word. Eliminate that. 160. Opposite of the word perennially. Perennial, we see this word again regularly, almost. Perennial ante everlasting, continuous. Chronic, it is also like a perennial word, but chronic is what here? Negative. Chronic disease ante it always spreads, it increases. Okay. Next one. What is next one? Ceasing. Ceasing in the sense stop. Immortal in the sense something which doesn't have death or has death. Immortal ante has death, no death. No death. Can we call it perennial? Yes. Old is not relevant. Continual and perennial also can be synonym. So chronic can be synonym. Immortal can be synonym. Continual also can be synonym. Your answer is ceasing or old. Tell me which is your answer.